Rangers win a series at home? Let's go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Texas Rangers Roundup. I'm RD. Beautiful, beautiful Sunday here in North Texas. Super soggy, but hey, Rangers get the win. You're checking this out on Monday. I know you are. I know it because that's when I dropped it. Hey, Rangers held a hosted a three-game series against the Reds this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ended up getting the win. I mean, I'll be honest, it could have gone either way. The games were insane, especially the Saturday game. You thought they didn't get they only had one hit going into the entire 8 innings, and in the ninth they start catching fire and just started scratching. And we're going to talk more about that in a minute. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the box score, see what's going on. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. And if you made it out to the games, hope you enjoyed yourself. But the Reds were in town. They were 14-12 when they got in there, I believe. 14-12, I believe. But anyways, let's take a look at the box scores and whatnot. On Friday, Rangers beat the Reds 2-1. Reds scored 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Rangers scored 2 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Leclerc got the win. He's 2-2 with a 6.55 ERA. As you notice, it's starting to kind of trickle down a little bit. It was awfully high the first couple games. Sims got the loss. He's 1-1 with a 7.27 ERA. And Yates got the save, 4th of the year, 0.00 ERA. Now, Reds come out of the gate and score a run in the first. Rangers counter in the bottom of the second. Not much else throughout the rest of the game until the bottom of the 8th where the Rangers got the go-ahead run. But, I mean, they put together 8 hits. They just couldn't get, runners in, to be honest with you. Now, your players of the game, your top performer is Eovaldi. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts. Ashcraft, he went 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, and 3 strikeouts. Carter is your top performer that's not a pitcher. He went 2 for 3, a homer, an RBI, and a run. Now, if you're looking at team comparisons, Rangers hit 2 dingers versus the Reds, none. Total bases 16 versus 3. Rangers just murdered them on that. Stolen bases, though, for the Reds, 4. 4 freaking stolen bases, Rangers none. Left on base, 7 for the Reds, 4 for the Rangers. And, of course, that lonely error belongs to the Texas Rangers. I mean, it was kind of a nice, chill, low-scoring game. It was, when you had Eovaldi and Ashcraft on the bump, you were like, okay, it's going to be low-scoring. It's going to be tough to get runs, tough to get hits. But yeah, it wasn't a terribly boring game by any stretch of the imagination. I thought it was quite nice. Just looking at the box scores and things like that, and it's what you expect when you got 2 aces on the schedule there. And Evan Carter, he had his 5th home run to right center. He actually is the one that I believe that tied up the game there. 404, not too bad. I love seeing the kid perform. For real. It's great. Him and Wyatt Langford, Langford's having a little bit of a struggle, but, buddy, today, if you watch the Sunday game, it was freaking great. And, of course, Marcus Semien just kind of keeps hitting homers. He's starting to hit, it seems like every other game. Anyways, so he's the one that hit the solo jam. It's his 5th of the year. I say, it just seems like he always seems to hit homers, but he's only got 5. But that's how he leads off games. I don't know. Maybe they just stick out long, more than what they should. But anyways, he got his 5th of the year, put Texas up 2-1. That put the capper on this one. Again, Rangers win. Saturday game, a little bit different story. This one's kind of a headache, to be honest with you. The Reds win 8-4, which they padded the stat sheet in the 9th inning. Let's be honest. All right, let me read this for you. Okay. Reds score 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Rangers scored 4 runs on 7 hits and had an error. Green gets the win. He's 1-2 with a 3.63 ERA. Lorenzen gets the loss, 2-1 with a 4.24 ERA. Diaz gets a save. It's a 6th of the year. He's rocking a 3.27 ERA. Now, this game was a total just bomb on the Rangers. They just sat around. They had 1 hit through 8 innings. 8 innings. It was unbelievable. It was actually really annoying to watch. You're just sitting there what the hell is going on? Why can't they do anything? And they turned it on in the bottom of the 9th. So let me just say this. So Reds scored 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, 4 in the 7th. That's when you're it's over. It's just over, right? 8th, they tack on 1 more. But the Rangers score 4 in the 9th. They get out there, start scratching, start going, and you're okay, this is awesome. This is freaking amazing. And I'll be damned, they come, you start to think they're going to come back. And you're like, here we go. Here we freaking go. And guess what? No, they run. I can't remember who was out there at the time. I bet you I can look it up, though. Let me go to the box. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to look it up because they chased somebody's ass. Was it Suter? Yeah, it was Suter. So Suter's out there, and they just start teeing off on him. I'm talking home runs, base hits, extra bases, so far and so forth. And you're like, here we go. And then they bring in Diaz, and it's, a couple batters later, it's over, right? He caught like a little lazy pop, like I think it was Kisner that hit it to him. It was like just a little soft toss right to the pitcher. So Diaz catches it. Next batter up, I'm pretty sure it turned into a double play. I think that's how the game ended. It just was a kick in the pills, but it was tough to watch. And then you get excited, then they just pull the rug right out from under you, and you're just like, damn it, why? I hate feeling like this. But anyways, top performers, Green. He got the win. 7th-inning pitch, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, 6 strikeouts. India, 4 for 4. Home run, 4 RBIs, a run. Wenzel got he's a third star here. He went 1 for 1, home run, 2 RBIs, and a run. So, but it was nice to see him get some action late. But, I mean, even Corey Seager hit a home run, right? Wenzel hits a homer. Hits a 2-run jam because Tavares was on base. And then Corey Seager hits a home run. It was like, all right, it started kind of moving the needle a little bit, but you're like, all right, something's going to happen, right? Anyways, comparison, both teams hit 2 home runs. Reds had 16 total bases versus 15 for the Rangers. No stolen bases in this game. Both teams left on 4 runners, and Rangers had 1 error. But like I said, it was a dud to watch. Like if you're sitting at home, you're like, I'm just so frustrated. Most people are like, I'm turning it off. It was on Fox, so I mean, most people could watch this game. But, oh, buddy, it was just pain. Anyhow, on to Sunday. Final game of the series. Here we go. Rangers 4, the Reds 3. They win the series. They win the game. They win the series. Dunning gets the dub. 3-2, 4.13 ERA. Abbott gets the loss. He's 1-3, 3.27 ERA. Yates gets a save. 5th of the year, 0.00 ERA. Rangers, let me tell you something about this game. The Reds, they score 3 runs on 6 hits, 0 errors. Rangers 4 runs on 6 hits and had 2 freaking errors. But the Rangers score 4 in the first, right? And I got to tell you, because Adolis hit a home run, right? Nathaniel Lowe was on. Garcia hits a home run. That makes it 2-0, right? Then Langford. Well, Jonah Heim gets on. Wyatt Langford hits his first home run. And it's an in-the-park homer. It dings off that weird, it's in center field, but it's like a wall that's facing right field. He dings it off that. It goes right by 2 of the outfielders, and he just takes off. He's to the races. By the time they get the ball to the infield, they hit the cutoff man. De La Cruz gets it, but there's no point in throwing it home because as he's doing it, Langford scoring. You should check it out. It's like everywhere on Twitter. Oh, my God. I even shared it at Texas Rangers Roundup Pod. I shared it over there. You can look at it, I don't know, if you want to. But anyways, they score 4 in the first. Don't sniff anything ever again. They have 2 more hits. Like I said, they had 6 hits. But Reds, they pucker you up a little bit. They score 3 in the 6. You're like, what the hell's going on here? And Spencer Steer singles on a ground ball to shortstop. Corey Seager, Will Benson scores. Elideo Cruz scores. Throwing error by Corey Seager. So that's one of the errors, and it cost them. But yeah, I mean, that was too close for comfort, and then you didn't tack anything on towards the end. Very, very sketchy win, but you do get the win. The Reds are no slouch. They really are a tough team in the Central, but Rangers, they got to get their pitching under control, but they need more consistent hitting, right? I mean, we're all on board with that. What do you complain about the most, right? It's hitting now. It's like you're not getting any run support. You should be able to win these games if you hold a team to 1, 2, 3, or 4 runs. You should be winning those games. Anyways, congratulations to the Rangers, and again to Wyatt Langford. that homer was awesome. You're standing up screaming just at the top of your lungs, go, 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 and then he's rounding third. You're like, send him, Oh, it was great. What a day for him. So hopefully he celebrates. But he's one of 4 Rangers to have their first home run, an in-the-park home run. The last person to do it was Josh Smith. I think it was in 2022 against the Athletics, if I read that stat somewhere. So, but, they get a much-needed day off on Monday, so no game. But they're back to hosting again. They're only in town for 3 more days, and they're hosting the Nationals. Now, the Nationals are no slouch. I just had it here. Dude, I had it. They're not great, but they're not terrible, right? They're fourth in the National League East. They're 13-14 right now, right? After kind of beating up on the Marlins. They did. I mean, they swept the Marlins, but who doesn't? The Marlins are terrible. Now, that division they're in is quite difficult. I did want to look at the rankings real quick with you. So in the National League East, they're 13-14. The Braves are running away with it, right? So they are in a really tough division. The Phillies are in second. They're 2 games back. But, Nationals right now 6.5 games back on the Braves. They're 13-14 with a .481 win percentage. They're 4-8 at home, but listen to this. They're 9-6 on the road. They can't win at home, but damn it, they can win on the road. They have a 110 run score versus a 120 run against average, or not average, excuse me. The differential is negative 10, pardon me. Now the Rangers, right now, 132 run score, 125 run against, with a +7 difference, so that's nice. Rangers aren't on any type of winning streak. They've won 1 in a row. Their last 10, they're 5-5. Now the Nationals are obviously on that 3-game winning streak after sweeping the Marlins. They're 6-4 in their last 10. This is not going to be any type of we're going to walk through them or anything like that, because like I said, they're a decent team. They're not a bunch of chumps. Now, there is some promotional items available this week at the ballpark, but I also wanted to look at some probable pitchers so we can talk about that real quick. And then we'll talk about some, stats and whatnot. Nothing really going on in the injury report. There's actually no updates as of today. There hasn't been an update in like 3 or 4 days. All right, your probable pitchers. Don't know who you're going to face against for the Nationals this whole week, right? It's all TBD right now. It's way early. You can check tomorrow or the day of the game if you really want to know. But we got John Gray hitting the bump on Tuesday, a 7:05 pitch time. John Gray right now is 0-1, 2.92 ERA with 32 strikeouts. And then on Wednesday, 7:05 pitch, Andrew Heaney. He's 0-3, a 6.26 ERA with 22 strikeouts. And then Thursday, Eovaldi will be hitting it. He's 1-2 with a 3.00 ERA with 36 strikeouts. I mean, if you're the Nationals, you're kind of licking your chops, right? You look at the ERAs and you're just like, I don't know. I mean, John Gray, he should have a better record than this. It's all about this record-keeping crap. Anyways, with being 0-1, you're like, oh, this guy sucks. But a 2.92 ERA is nothing to stick your nose up at. But Heaney has been struggling. He's 0-3 with 6.26, but, you got Eovaldi. So, again, like I say with all these home games or, against like mediocre teams, middle-of-the-road teams, guess what? You got to win. You got to at least win the series. I'm not saying sweep them. I'm not saying just beat the crap right out of them. But right now, the Rangers need to get a little bit of momentum and just get this a little back-to-back action, back-to-back series wins. They didn't. I was like, no, they didn't. They didn't get that series win against the Mariners, I don't believe. Now I got to go back and look because you got me worried. No. They lost. Yeah, Mariners took 2 or 3. I was like, man, my memory sucks, so just deal with it. There's a couple promotional items this week. April 30th, you got the Marcus Semien Silver Slugger bobblehead. It's for the first 15,000 fans. I talked about it on the last show. Listen, these lines for these bobbleheads, they start like 30, 45 minutes before the gates even open. It's bonkers. A couple people that I follow on Twitter, they have been showing videos and whatnot of them. It's absolutely insane. I did take the liberty and pull up some, the Corey Seager bobblehead on eBay. I'm like, well, $70. That was at the time that I pulled it up. I was like, hey, parking, game tickets, and et cetera. If you can't make it to the game and you're like stressing about it, it's cheaper to just buy the damn bobblehead than go to the game, obviously. But anyhow, and then you got the Nathan Eovaldi replica postseason jersey for the first 15,000 fans on May 1st. That's Wednesday. So back-to-back cool promotional nights, Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Definitely check that out if you're interested in collecting all that stuff. I mean, I love collecting the bobbleheads. I talk about it all the time. I had them back from the early 2000s and whatnot. And like 2010, I got the Josh Hamilton one. I think a couple other ones I can't even think right now, but I have to dig them out because I am getting rid of them. I'm like, you know what? I've had them around for too long. It's time to let them go. All right, let's take a look at some stats. Obviously, Adolis Garcia still leads your team with home runs. You know what? Let me refresh this one more time, make sure it's updated. He leads the team in home runs. He's got 8. Evan Carter got 5. Marcus Semien 5. Then it falls off after that. RBIs, obviously Garcia, he's got 25. Marcus Semien at 20. Jonah Heim at 16. Josh Smith, he's been making a run here lately. He's at 13. So good on him. Let's see, your batting average right now, it's led by Josh Smith. He's at 304. Last week we talked, we had no one above 300. Guess what? Someone's above 300 now, and it's Josh Smith. Garcia's going down just a little bit further. He's 291. Jonah Heim, 261. Now, if you want to look at OPS, Garcia's obviously ahead. He's at 934. Josh Smith close, though, 858. Then Evan Carter at 772 with Marcus Semien at 744. Not bad, right? I mean, if you're looking at, like, say, negative marks, say strikeouts, Garcia strikes out a lot, right? He leads the team in strikeouts, 28. But that's what you give him, right? He's swinging for the fences. He's trying to be that impact player on every single at bat. So you're going to give up. Hey, you do have more strikeouts than RBIs, but let's be honest. You got 28 strikeouts. You got 25 RBIs. I think we're okay, right? You got 30 hits. I'm pretty sure he leads the team in hits as well. Actually, him and Mark Semien are both got 30. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Langford got 25. What's up, kid? It's so much fun to watch him. I tell Lizzie all the time about it. I'm like, hey, watching these kids play, these are the future. These two guys are the future for the Rangers, and seeing them come out and just get wild it's a lot of fun to play or to watch. Excuse me. Right now, Dane Dunning is leading the team in strikeouts, 39 versus Nathan Eovaldi at 36, John Gray at 32. Then it drops off pretty far from there. Your ERA right now, your leader in the team, Nathan Eovaldi at 3, Dane Dunning at 4.13. Now there is a qualification on that, but anyways, yeah. I mean, looking at the standings right now in the West, you know what? Let me double check something real quick. I know I'm doing it on the fly because I think Seattle's playing right now. Seattle's playing right now against the Diamondbacks. They're up 2-1. It's top of the 6th. Because what I was going to do was go through the rankings. So Rangers already won today. Mariners are playing right now. They're up on a kind of a bad team, so we'll see what happens. But right now, Sierra Mariners are in first place, 15-12 with a .556 win percentage. The Rangers are in second, 15-14. They're one game back. Athletics are 12-17, 4.14 win percentage. Oakland, the Angels and the Astros they're just falling apart, just one day at a time, right? You look at these two teams. The Angels have lost 3 in a row. They're 2-8 in their last 10. The Astros have lost, or they've finally got back in the win column. They've won one here, but their last 10 games are 2-8. Mariners are 8-2. They are turning it on. They're running, and I'm not saying they're running away with it, obviously, because the Rangers are within a game, but these are like, you got to beat these teams when you get a chance. And you play bad teams, you have to win. And I'm not saying the Reds are bad, but I'm saying they are. I mean, the Central's a tough division. Let's be honest. It's a little bit more tough than the Rangers division at the moment. So, and you're at home against the Nationals. Now, they hit the road. The Rangers are going to be on the road Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, for like a while. They won't be back in Arlington until May 13th. So they go to Kansas City, take the Royals. We'll talk more about that after this Nationals matchup. Then they go to Oakland for 3 games. Oh, actually 4 games. So that is exactly where you want them to step up and crush, because they're going to have a little difficulty with the Royals. The Royals are really good at home. They're 12-5 at the moment. So you want them to get out there, maybe split, or you can't split, at least win one game against the Royals, right? But then crush the Athletics. And then you're against the Rockies, which I don't think they're even that great of a team either, to be honest with you. The Rockies are having a terrible year. They're 7-20 at the moment. So they don't have a real tough road schedule, and this could do wonders for the rankings for them. If they get on fire and they start tearing it up, hey, first place Texas Rangers. It'll be there before you know it. Anyways, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm RD. This is the Texas Ranger Roundup, and let's go Rangers. Thanks for listening.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Thank you for listening to Roundup.